Hey guys, we're back with Chaos Head. When we last left off, I guess they jumped off a building, and we're talking to Senna about delusions and reality. Yep. Oh yeah, I had to make a new save page. So, right, we cut to a hospital. Don't know why, let's find out. The floor of HA General Hospital, where the psychiatric examining rooms could be found, was steeped in silence. It was said that the surgical department and the emergency room had been in quite a state since the earthquake, as injured people had lost consciousness due to seemingly baseless symptoms were carried in one after the other. But the psychiatric ward had nothing to do with that. If anything, the patients visiting for diagnosis finished earlier than usual. In a few days, perhaps potential PTSD patients would come pouring in, but for today at least, the psychiatric department had run out of scheduled appointments. The nurse, Hazuki Shino, realized that she had been working here since the previous day's night shift, with hardly a break. She was hungry as well. The psychiatric ward had lost one of its doctors the other day. He had been ruthlessly killed in the New Gen incident, and no substitute had arrived yet, so they were constantly understaffed. But all that remained for today's work were minor miscellaneous tasks. If she performed them on If she passed them on to the nurse responsible for the next night shift, she could finally take some time off. And take a drink. Every time I start recording, I'm like, I'm pumped, I can't wait. And then I actually start talking, I'm like, oh my god, I hate this. But then that kind of goes away after like 3 minutes. I'm like, I can't wait to see what happens next. Petting her cheeks with both hands, as though telling herself to keep it up just a little longer, she was able to swiftly cut through the empty lobby. She sensed a gaze coming from behind her. Prickling sensation at the back of her neck. Goose flesh rose on her arms with a shiver. She automatically turned around. And all that continued beyond there was a silent corridor. No one was there. What was that? Hazuki jerked at the voice that came flying towards her with a completely different direction. One man stood alone in the lobby she convinced herself was empty. He called out to Hazuki when he spotted her. Oh! There's a young man with some childishness remaining in his determined face. His complexion was ruddy, and he certainly didn't appear to be ill. He smiled bashfully, then abruptly grabbed Hazuki's arm and began walking from the lobby towards the stairs. Upon seeing Hazuki's confusion, the man, Mamoru, pulled a black ID book out of his breast pocket and held it up a little demurely as a police badge. Suo stopped at the stairway landing and looked around with the appearance of one being doubly careful. Hazuki, who still had work left to do, looked a bit restless. Trying to understand this, Suo took a single photograph from his pocket without any preamble. No. Pictured there was Nishijo Takumi's listless-looking face. Hazuki had confidence in her ability to remember faces as part of her work, and already nodded unthinkingly. Hazuki's hesitation was only natural. Even if the person asking were a police officer, there couldn't be anything good from looking at patients' information. But Suo had been well aware of this when he began speaking to Hazuki. He pulled out an earnest gaze as he revised his previously light attitude. Lowering his voice, he plunged on ahead. Is that illegal? At her wit's end, Hazuki tried to leave the spot immediately, but Suo circled around and blocked her path. Actually, what's going on with this scene is she just kind of hands it over with like an evil smirk on her face because they're both totally evil. Come on now, we both know this. Suo fell to his knees then and there began prostrating himself. What on earth could she do to make him give up? Unable to think of a suitable way to refuse him, Hazuki could only keep going in circles. Or you could walk away. I was a little dazed after parting with Senna, but soon I returned to myself and dashed back here. Happily, I didn't encounter either Shogun or Yua. In the end, I got home without meeting Rumi. Because of the commotion over ISA and the midday earthquake, school must have been cancelled, classes early, and sent the other students home. If I waited a little longer, maybe Rumi would come visit me. Until then, I probably had no choice but to endure the fear on my own. To continue averting my eyes from my anxiety, I decided to use my recovered PC to gather information. The little light on my cell phone, which I left next to the monitor, was blinking. When I opened it, I had a new email. I thought maybe Rumi had contacted me, but something amazing happened at school today. Someone tried to jump off the roof kill herself by jumping off the roof. Freaked me out, and I was really scared, sob. Wonder if she's okay. Were you at school when it happened? Oh, and that earthquake was unbelievable too. Made my head super double ache. Wonder what it was, crying face. Nana Iko. I assume this is Nanami. Like, who else would text him? And I mean Nana, you know? So she kind of enjoyed being part of the peanut gallery. Congrats to her. And didn't send a reply, of course. Had to go out looking at ISA up online. As before, I couldn't connect to Phantasm's official homepage. No online newspapers had reported on her. Well, they must have their hands full with the earthquake that had rocked Shibuya. They probably couldn't be bothered with the failed suicide attempt of some indie band's vocalist. At the moment, I don't have any way to find out whether or not ISA was alright. Much more information have been determined with respect to the earthquake since the last time I checked. The number of deaths had risen to 118. There are currently over 300 injured. I think that the fatalities would exceed 3 digits. The epicenter was in Shibuya. Surprisingly, the casualties were almost wholly restricted to the Shibuya region. The earthquake had been magnitude 5. There are also articles stating that most of the magnetic devices throughout Shibuya had been damaged. And I consider the fact that there were also other people out there who had suffered through tragedies like mine. Frustration surged in me yet again. It was a tragedy indeed. My precious Moe art collection of my Eroge save data will never come back to me for all eternity. I feel you, man. In any case, go to think of it as having been an ordinary earthquake. It was utterly abnormal for there to be 118 deaths. That abnormality, I said that right, 100%, of course, it became a hot topic on the net. Didn't whose eyes are those eyes cause this earthquake? Okay, look. You can't just put whose eyes are those eyes and everything and expect it to be the problem. I mean, you can. Like, when ISA was falling, you did whose eyes are those eyes? There's a flower bed. Horseshoes. What are you saying? Whose eyes are those eyes? Awesome! That's it. That's the reason 118 people died in the magnitude 5 earthquake. Lol. That back over the moment of the earthquake. At the time, an astounding impact had struck me. Sensation I'd never tasted before in my life. As though my head were boiling. As though it were exploding. Having to take something like that wouldn't be odd if you died from shock. I watched the news on TV as well as looking online. My PC has a TV tuner attached to it. That's why I don't need a TV in my room.
現在までに死者118名、重軽傷者300名以上と非常に多くの犠牲者が出ていることが分かっています。さて、渋谷の駅前と中継がつながったようです。島谷さん、現地の様子はいかがですか
？2005年に同じように震度5の地震が東京であったんですよ。その時はゼロで、なぜ今回は100名以上の被害者が出ているんですか？
被害者の数は震度に比例するわけじゃないんです。そこには様々な要因がありまして、亡くなった方の死因や病院に運ばれた負傷者の容体については未だ詳しい情報が入っておりません。また渋谷区を中心に磁気メディアが全開してしまっていることについて、今日は専門家にお越しいただいております。
Like, that's obvious.
産業研究所より林原泰造先生、財団法人地質調査環境センターより小沢幹人先生にお越しいただきました。
林原さん、今回の地震について磁気メディアに深刻な被害が出た原因というのはどういうところにあるんでしょうか？
まず知っておいていただきたいのは、渋谷区あたりの地下200メートル付近には自鉄鋼、 つまり天然の磁石が多く埋蔵されている地層があるということですね。地層の分類としては火成岩層ですが、
Like the Pokemon?
私たちはこのエリアを磁鉄鉱の谷、マグネタイトバレーと呼んでいます。
Magnetite? What?
地中にある磁石の谷ですね。
It's a Pokemon.
文字通りかなり大規模な岩脈なんですよ。ここにですね、今回の地震のような大きな刺激が加わったとするならば、その影響で地上に存在する磁生態、主に磁気メディアの持つ記録部に、致命的なダメージを与えてもおかしくはないんです。
何をバカな。
小沢先生は別の意見ですか？
確かに渋谷の地下には巨大なマグネタイトの岩脈があることは事実です。ですが、磁石と呼ぶにはあまりにも微弱なこのマグネタイト群にはですね、地上の磁気モーメントや安定磁場を崩すほどの力はないというのが通説になっています。実際ですね、過去にも震度5の地震は何度も発生しています。過去のそれらの地震では今回のような被害はなかった。なので原因は別にあるのではないかと考えるのが妥当だと思います。
そうは言うがね、今回の異常な犠牲者数についてはただの地震では片付けられない何かがあるのが事実なわけであり、渋谷にいた人のほとんどが頭痛がしたって訴えていることからも間違いなく磁鉄鉱が関係している可
So
能性
did the
が。
earthquake cause the deaths, or did something
自分
along
ご
with
と
the
きで
earthquake
100
cause
人
the
も殺せ
deaths?
ると主張するおつもりですか？
それではここで CM です。
Ultimately, they don't know anything detailed. They completely disregarded how, right after an earthquake, a vast white cloud had risen over Shibuya, so was the fact that the sky had turned white. Though at first, everyone had made sure to report about it. Creeped me out, the way they acted as if it hadn't happened in the first place. Near off-hours entrance to HA General Hospital, there's an area where ambulances could pull up alongside the building and deliver emergency patients. Now, two ambulances were parked there. The ambulance crew members attached to carry people who had been wounded in the earthquake into the hospital. Doctor in pale green surgery scrubs and a middle-aged head nurse yelled while instructing them how to come in. A number of patients awaiting treatment had already sat down in the area around the off-hours entrance, demonstrating that the doctors were having trouble getting to everyone. The patients being born in could be divided into roughly two groups. Those with external wounds had blood flowing from their arms or foreheads. Their faces were screwed up in agony. It was painful to look at them, but their examinations had been postponed. The ones who had been prioritized for minutes were the unconscious patients who had no external wounds whatsoever. This baffling symptom was awfully common among the emergency patients who had been brought here as a result of the earthquake. It was a phenomenon which hadn't been witnessed in previous large earthquakes. Doctors had yet to determine the reason for their unconsciousness. It's because they didn't let them pass. Another ambulance arrived on the scene, blaring its shrill siren. When the doctor asked about the patient's symptoms, the worker who had descended from the ambulance yelled. He gave no other explanation. Normally, this would have driven the doctor to complain. In a situation as jumbled as this, if somebody said top priority to you without explanation, it'd be ordinary to answer, "Are you making fun of me?" Unexpectedly, however, both the doctor and the head nurse nodded at once. They helped bring the stretcher down from the ambulance. Kishimoto Ayase lay on the stretcher still sleeping. Unconscious, she groaned faintly. Unconcerned about the hateful stares of the external wounded patients seated all around, the doctor and the ambulance crew hastened to carry the stretcher inside the hospital. A girl watched this unfold from a short distance away. She stood at the hospital's main entrance. Sakihara Rumi bit her lip and furrowed her eyebrows, a strained expression on her face. The earthquake concerned me, but I was even more preoccupied with thoughts of Shogun. Though my migraine had mostly gone away, anxiety continued to dominate my head. Being alone made me grow more and more depressed. and yet to receive any form of contact from Rumi. I've tried calling her, but I got it voicemail instead. Even so, up until now, Rumi invariably came sailing to wherever I was and reassured me, saying, "It'll be okay." Why wouldn't she come for me today? Hadn't she told me she would always stay with me? I ground my teeth and immersed myself in redoing my PC settings to elude my insecurity. Started by fixing my email configuration from the ground up. Since I hadn't touched it since I first tweaked the settings, I don't remember how I like to have everything arranged. I had to begin by finding the instructions for my email software in ISP. Before I knew it, I was stained with sweat, though it didn't involve a huge amount of labor. Many times, midway through, I wanted to throw it all away in irritation. Even so, an hour later, 30 minutes of which was spent searching for the manual, finally restored email service to myself. I immediately checked my mail. Okay, Nanami, did you send me whose eyes are those eyes? I'd finally be able to hear her voice. It was a real relief to listen to her. Felt like it had been all worthwhile. I had 8 new items in my inbox. Pretty much all of them were spam. Mixed in with the spam, there's a mail, with a subject line and a sender. That caught my attention. I groaned without thinking. What was this? Was Nanami pulling my leg? If so, I'd make her the lowest of the low. I'm gonna beat her to death. No, wait a second. Nanami couldn't have emailed me here. She never sent me mail to my PC address in the past. A little earlier even, she'd mailed my cell phone. I hadn't told her my PC email address in the first place. Convergence of multiple coincidences? Had it just sort of happened? Nanami was quite a common name. Even the phrase, "whose eyes are those eyes," was incredibly popular now. You'd see it getting used all over the place. There's nothing weird about it getting used as the title of a spam email. For the time being, I decided to read the contents. It's pretty big. I had fun chatting with you earlier. By the way, the sender's name is an alias. My name is Shogun. Shogun, you mean? Shogun couldn't possibly know mine. But what if Shogun was recording my thoughts? Extracting my email address might be as easy as pie for him. It's a lie. I had fun chatting with you earlier. By the way, the sender's name is an alias. My name is Shogun. So glad ISA was rescued. Thought perhaps I would use you as a victim for the next Blue Gen creation, but suicide is fine too. But how very like you, Takumi-kun, hit a new high score. You left me in awe. Truly are special. Now next up is Nishijo Nanami-chan. It'd be nice to see a dramatic development involving siblings, but thanks to the earthquake, Shibuya is currently in a rather brutal state. It's up to you whether or not you'll be able to reach a conclusion as touching as to send all that flying away. Hasn't it started becoming a bit troublesome to set off on quests unarmed? You're a hero, so don't you want to get your hands on a hero's sword? Please look forward to it. As I read the whole message, its intimate tone became conversely terrifying. He's crazy. Oh god. Let's start the Nanami-chan rescue quest. I'd like you to come to the roof of Ofrun at 9 tonight. Planning to get you on TV, so be sure to look properly heroic. P.S. On a side note, have you accepted my present? Shogun. We said things like quest and high score. You almost made it sound like a game. I'm not a hero. Not Nightheart. I'll get murdered right off the bat. Wanna run away. Yumi, I had to get Yumi to protect me. Why wouldn't she contact me? Had she gotten injured in the earthquake? I'm assuming he hadn't said anything about it when I saw him. I took my phone in my hand and looked to see if any calls or messages had arrived from Rumi. Nothing. Where the heck was she? At a start, my phone email inbox. At the very top was displayed the mail from Nanami that had reached me shortly before. Nanami, wait, is she okay? I reread the message from Shogun one more time from the start. Now next up is Nishijo Nanami-chan. Let's start the Nanami-chan rescue quest. What does it mean? For now, better try calling Nanami. Open my phone's address book. There are only 3 recorded numbers. Home, Yumi cell, and Nanami cell. Every single time we came across each other, Nanami nagged at me to call her. There's no helping it, so this time I'd call her for once. So, be good about it and pick up. If you don't, I'll never call you again, okay? I won't let you make excuses, like something about you getting hurt and trapped in places during the earthquake. I pulled up Nanami's number and pressed the send button. Put the phone to my ear. No response. Calling sound wouldn't start ringing. I knew it tended to take a little time like this when you make calls with a cell phone. Right now, that soundless time seemed to last forever, making me horribly irritated. Hurry up. Yes, I got through? sound. What was it? I experimented with taking my cell phone away from my ear. An unfamiliar melody resonated through the room. Could it be the phone's ringtone? Whose phone is ringing? Wait, so when they texted him, they were in his room. In terms of the timing, no matter how I thought about it, I shook my head. I never heard Nanami's ringtone. Yeah, let's do a negative delusion. I haven't done one of those in a while. I don't think we've ever done a negative delusion, actually. So there's no evidence that this melody belonged to Nanami's phone. Right, didn't I put my phone back to my ear one more time? Nanami still didn't pick up. Please hurry up and answer. I connected. Nanami? Nanami, you're Nanami, aren't you? Answer me. Where are you now? Are you okay? Come on, say something. Nanami! Nanami! Desperately called into the phone. The voice that came in return was... Hey, Shogun! This voice was Shogun. How? I was stupefied. Couldn't easily take in the fact that Shogun had picked up when I called Nanami's cell phone. Took all I had to simply repeat the same word like a nitwit. How? I don't believe it. I don't believe this. Great, I didn't believe it. That just now had been an illusion. The worst case scenario I'd envisioned. But my situation in reality wasn't very far from it. Even now, Nanami still hadn't answered the phone, but somebody's ringtone kept reverberating throughout the room. An airheaded melody that stood in stark contrast to my psychological state. My mood verged on despair. This has to signify that Nanami's cell phone was in my room. Couldn't think of any other alternatives. Could no longer avert my eyes from reality. P.S. Have you accepted my present? It was a lie. It was a categorical lie. No matter what, it was simply too ridiculous. Lowered the hand holding my phone at a snail's pace. Couldn't do so much as blink. My throat was achingly dry. Even so, I sought out the sound's origin. This time, I slowly moved my eyes across each of the items journeying around in this room. Savagely detested myself for never being able to tidy up my room. If I kept it organized, I'd soon have known where I was hearing it from. Where the heck was the sound coming from? There's not a head in the box, is there? This box. I heard the melody from inside it. It's about the size of 2 karaoke boxes lined up next to one another. Thought it was a box from an online purchase, but there's no flyer or anything to go with it. Nor is there an invoice mentioning the sender. But it's firmly sealed with packing tape. Had there always been a box like this like standing over here? Had it fallen off my bed in the earthquake? No. Never seen this box before, to begin with. If it was something I'd ordered, I'd have opened it as soon as it arrived. If it were an auction item, I'd have sent it off as soon as I taped it closed. It occurred to me that perhaps Nanami had brought something for me in it, and I had no recollection of her carrying a present over in a cardboard box like this. In short, during the span of the hour where I got to school, someone had come here. Shogun, I'll send you a present. I'll be delighted if it pleases you. The pulse of my chest grew violent. I hastily double-checked the padlock on the door. Chilling ran down my back. Earlier, when I staggered out of my base, I couldn't remember having locked the door behind me, which was natural enough, because at the time, I was tormented by a stabbing migraine. My consciousness was hazy. When I returned from school an hour later, the door had been unlocked. Anyone could have been free to enter. Had Shogun come here? I looked at the box again. The melody continued ringing. Nanami's cell phone was inside it. I gingerly picked up the cardboard box. Heavy. Far too heavy for me to think a cell phone was the only one thing inside it. Going by what it felt like, it's just about the same as a 500 milliliter juice container. Hesitated to open it. I had an incredibly bad feeling. I don't want to open something like this. But I couldn't come up with any way to deal with it other than opening it. Besides, I was worried about Nanami. She's my impudent little sister, which is my little sister all the same. Nanami's cell phone was inside here. But to put it differently, someone had taken Nanami's cell phone away from her. Let's start with the Nanami chain rescue quest. So, Shogun had written in his email. I looked at the clock. It was 7:30. Another hour and a half until the designated time. Nanami might be in danger. I had no choice but to open it. Let's see what's in it. My pulse wouldn't slow. Sweat poured heavily from my forehead. I wiped that sweat from the back of my hand and, groaning, began peeling off the packing tape stuck to the box. No. Muttering to myself and still praying, I opened the top flaps. Said it was a lump wrapped in aluminum foil. Styrofoam, peanuts were neatly stuffed in there alongside it. Peeked in timidly, but I couldn't spot a phone. Heard the melody. Everyone said the lump of aluminum foil. Sweat entered my eyes, making them sting. My whole body had gotten soaked in sweat without knowing it. I've had enough. Or I was the only one who had ended up like this. I was on the verge of voicing my gripes. I sought words of deliverance from Saratan, but she wouldn't say anything to me. Whole range of illusions were swirling around in my head, and the moon kept exploding, to the point that I couldn't have imaginary conversations with Saratan. But they're not imaginary, they're real. The lightning of my emotions made my nerve endings seem about to burn apart, but the cell phone's carefree melody mercilessly urged me on. This phone's been ringing for a long time. I'm opening it. Bracing myself, I pinched the edges of the aluminum foil with my fingers. Closed my eyes, held my breath, and ripped all the aluminum foil off at once. I heard the melody more clearly now. I was afraid to open my eyes. Please no head. I strove to collect my breathing, but it didn't go well at all. It would be okay. It was fine. There's nothing bad there. It's probably a prank by Nanami anyway. No doubt Nanami will come in the room sooner or later saying, "Yay, I got you," with a smile. Yeah, that had to be it. I couldn't consider anything else. If so, I'd scold her with all my might, and never listen to a thing she said again. Right, tell me how. That's how it is, Nanami. Couldn't stand and close my eyes to keep on gazing at darkness any longer. Being unable to see it had the opposite effect of making me envision only awful illusions. Which is why I, softly, opened my eyelids. I saw it. What lay there was a hand. That's the second thing I expected. A slender, cleanly severed hand. Held the same cell phone model as mine. On its wrist, there wore... Cheerio, Froggy! Who did this? Who was it? Bangalore's yellow leather band. I got scarlet. Ooh-wah!
ここからは少し専門的な話
Okay,
にな
I'll
り
call
ま
it
す。
there. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.